Hello everyone. In this video we're going to be going over how to solve linear function word problems. Where you should be familiar at this point with y equals mx plus b. That's our slope-intercept formula for our linear equations. And what we're going to do with a lot of these situations is create an equation, a linear equation that represents the situation, and then we're going to solve for whatever variable the question is asking. Number one asks, suppose that the water level of a river is 34 feet and that it is receding at a rate of 0.5 feet per day. Write an equation for the water level L after D days. In how many days will the water level be 26 feet? So the first thing that the question tells us is that the water level right now is at 34 feet. The water is receding at a rate of half a foot per day. So right now the river's at 34 feet, and then every day it is receding by half a foot. So this is going to be 34 minus 0.5 d. The reason why this is negative is because the water is receding. That means that the water level is going down or decreasing, which is represented by the minus sign. 34 minus 0.5 d equals the water level L. Now the question asks, in how many days will the water level be 26? They want to know when L equals 26, what is D? So the whole point of this question is to figure out how many days will it take for the water level to reach 26 feet. So we'll plug in 26 for L, and we'll end up with 34 minus 0.5 d equals 26. The first step is to subtract 34 on each side. We'll have negative 0.5 d equals 26 minus 34 is going to be negative 8. And then to get d by itself, we will divide by negative 0.5 on each side. And then finally, we'll get that d equals negative 8 divided by negative 0.5, which will be 16. And this means that after 16 days, the water level will be 26 feet. Number 2 asks, Seth's father is thinking of buying his son a 6-month movie pass for $40. With the pass, matinees cost $1. If matinees are normally $3.50 each, how many times must Seth attend in order for it to benefit his father to buy the pass? So we're going to create two separate situations, two separate equations, and then we're going to set them equal to each other to figure out when they will be equal. The first equation is if Seth's father buys the 6-month pass, he'll pay $40, and then he'll pay $1 every time he goes. The other equation is that he has to pay a total of $3.50 each time he goes. So the other equation will be 3.5 times the number of times that he goes. And these are the two expressions that we're going to set equal to each other. So we have 40 plus x equals 3.5x. In order to get x by itself, we first have to subtract x over to the other side. This will give us 40 equals 2.5x. Now, in order to get the x by itself, we have to divide by 2.5 on each side. 40 divided by 2.5 is going to be 16. Our last question for today asks, for babysitting, Nicole charges a flat fee of $3 plus $5 per hour. Write an equation for the cost C after H hours of babysitting. What do you think the slope and the y-intercept represent how much money will she make if she babysits for 5 hours. So we're going to have the equation in the form of y equals mx plus b. This $3 is a flat rate. That's going to be our b plus 3. And since since Nicole is charging $5 per hour, this is going to be our m. Whenever we have per hour, per mile, whenever it's a unit rate, this quantity is usually what has the variable right next to it. Notice that $3 is a flat fee, therefore the $3 has no variable next to it, but $5 per hour has the x next to it, and x represents the number of hours. So our slope is going to be our pay per hour. Our y-intercept is going to be our flat fee. And then the last question asks, how much money will she make if she babysits for 5 hours? So they want to know what is y when x equals 5. So let's plug that in. We have y equals 5x plus 3. Now we're just going to substitute 5 for x. Y equals 5 times 5 plus 3. 5 times 5 is 25. Plus 3 is going to be 28. So how much money will she make after 5 hours of babysitting? She'll make $28. If you enjoyed this video or if you learned something, please make sure to subscribe to the channel so you're up to date with all the latest math videos and SAT prep that you need. Subscribe, like the video, and I'll see you in the next one.